Good evening, everyone. Today is July 1st. The time here is 9 o'clock in the evening. July 1st, 2021. I have a very good announcement on Mali. I was being informed by my head office in Mali. My seller was telling me that DNGM is under renovation starting this month. So the seller will use the Kankamusa refinery called KMR. So this is a good news for everyone that everybody wants to use Kankamusa. That is no problem at this point of time. Because the DNGM run by the government, their refinery is under renovation. So there would be no assay there. There is no way that the gold will be tested at DNGM at this point of time. Further notice. Now, any buyer who want to travel to Mali, do your planning. Now, Wilhelmina is a business facilitator of yours. And at the same time, I am the seller sales marketing consultant. I am the extension of the seller in Sierra Leone, Conakry, and Mali. Now, this video is for Mali only. Why? Mali is the third largest gold producer in West Africa, and it's very popular because Mali have a good record of 70.21 tons of gold exported every year. Now, if you are really paying attention on my virtual page on Facebook, and if you read the full corporate offer of Mali, I put very extensively what Mali performance. Now, in Mali, there are so many foreign company. Kankamusa is a foreign refinery. Their headquarters is in Italy. They are Italian group of company. They were being given a government incentive in order to create employment. Kankamusa is the biggest refinery in West Africa in Mali. Their refinery is 500 meters away from the airport, international airport. There are 3 refineries in Mali: Marina, Kankamusa, and DNGM. Now, my seller was telling me they will only use Kankamusa to taste the gold, to assay the gold, in order for you as the buyer to see the assay report, the carats, and the purity. Now, you must remember, you are buying unrefined. You are not buying refined. Kankamusa can refine the gold if you buy from us, right? So you have to pay the facilities of Kankamusa. There is no free. Now, before we're gonna bring the gold to Kankamusa, you as the buyer, after you read the full corporate offer, is very, very extensive, digest it properly, read paragraph by paragraph. Now, I put everything because I don't have time to educate anybody. Now, I don't deal with chain of broker anymore. My platform is very unique. I want the buyer to read. I want the buyer to deal with us directly. No chain of broker, no middleman anymore. That is the reason why seller hired Wilhelmina. I handle Sierra Leone. We have gold and diamond, Conakry, and Mali. Now, do not travel without Wilhelmina. Do not travel without invitation. Do not travel, go there and survey. You will never find a seller, because a minute that you are there on the ground, the seller will say, this buyer is not a buyer. Because the seller will only invite you. The seller will only issue the landing visa that you are a company guest. So first of all, I want you to read the soft corporate offer in front of you. If you are searching gold and diamond on YouTube channel. It says on my YouTube channel, subscribe, click below. It says there, show more. I want you to click the show more, then you will redirected and click on the link. Click on the link page would be open for you to go on that direction. You will be redirected on my virtual page on Facebook. And click as well diamond on Sierra Leone or gold in Conakry. Now, Mr. Buyer, it doesn't matter if he is my seller. Africans are very stubborn. African sellers are rascal. Okay, I'm telling you, because I've been to Africa. I even scolded my seller. Because my seller, when he meets you and inspect the gold, then once you pay, my seller are stubborn. Now listen very carefully on this video. This is for your own benefit. Now you are lucky to meet this lady in front of you. I don't sided with you guys or my seller. This is real business, you must remember. Now you are paying my services as well, Mr. Buyer. You are using my services. I am a freelancer. I was the one who brought this unique platform in order for you to trust my seller. Wilhelmina is the walking talk. Wilhelmina is a walking talk. I put the procedure like the carats is 22 carats in front of you. The purity is from 96, 97 is already in front of you. The origin, Mali, Sierra Leone or Conakry is already in front of you. Right? The mode of payment, F.O.B, is already in front of you. Right? We don't deal CIF, cost, insurance, and freight only. You don't have the money if you are asking me, Madam, I want to buy gold paying taxes. No. You only pay taxes after you purchase the gold. After you get the ASE report. Now, there is a cost on ASE. There's a cost of $150 in Kankamusa. In DNGM, to use their facilities, you pay $100. Now, I'm very straightforward so that when you arrive there, there is no surprises. If you have an account at Kankamusa, that's very good. So therefore, you are going to sell the gold to Kankamusa. There's no issue with that. You have to pay first the gold. Now, the gold cannot brought to Kankamusa after you inspect the gold in the office. Before you travel, the contract has been in place. So after you read the full corporate offer in front of you, it says there, send an L.O.I, letter of intent to purchase coming from you, Mr. Buyer. Attention to Wilhelmina. Why? Wilhelmina will validate you. Wilhelmina will scrutinize you. How I'm going to scrutinize you? You already read the full corporate offer, right? It says there in front of you. Send an L.O.I, your company name, address, email, WhatsApp number, your destination, your receiving end, which refinery will receive the gold. The proof of fund is very, very important. The proof of fund meaning to say you have standby money in your bank account to show that you are really serious, right? So when you send an L.O.I, I will call you. I will make an effort to talk to you live video call. Mr. Buyer, thank you very much. I received your L.O.I. that your order is 100, your order is 1,000 kilos, your order is 20 kilos. Then we will confirm. You will receive a letter from the head office. Then we will start exchanging your vital information. You will receive my seller mining license, mining articles, export license, and the company profile of my seller. My seller have 27 K management. And if you want to buy tons of gold, 9 tons, the gold is deposited at the security company. There is an SKR, but I will not release the SKR unless I'm satisfied with you. Because I am going to advise the seller that I'm satisfied that you are a real buyer. Most of the brokers online, they float around, they cut and paste of the buyer's L.O.I. I will reject you. I will. Because it says on my soft corporate offer and full corporate offer, it says very clear. Very, very clear. There is no surprises. If you cut corner, then you are going to be rejected. Okay? Now, on that full corporate offer, it says there origin Mali, origin Conakry, Guinea, origin Sierra Leone. I will put you in Mali and I will travel with you. I will supervise so that you will not encounter frustration. I will refrain the word scam. Scam means dishonest. I will not allow you to travel without my assistance. My service is not for free. You are using my services. So forget about the chain of broker. Forget about Mr. Buyer. When you search gold supply, you go on YouTube channel, you found Wilhelmina. Wilhelmina is a walking talk. This is me. We are real. But Mr. Buyer, do not deceive yourself. Be transparent. Do not be scared with this woman. I am with you. I am assisting you. But my services is not for free. Why is not for free? When I travel, I do charge my extra service in order to cover your, to accompany you or my travel cost. You spend money to make money, Mr. Buyer. There is no free in this world. Every move is money. We don't sell 1 kilo. We don't sell 2 kilos. Minimum order, Mr. Buyer, at least 20 kilos or 10 kilos. You will get a little bit of profit. But if you buy 5 kilos, your profit is not much. You're a businessman, you travel because you want to get the gold in order for you to resell it to your own customer. So you will get the profit. Now, our selling price is LBMA. Less 8%. Whatever the world market price today, you have to use your calculator. Less 8%. If it's a long-term contract, okay, if it's a long order, big order, I will give you maximum 10%. Wilhelmina has the power to convince my head office to give you 10%. I am your gateway. I am your facilitators. Those online joker broker, they will say, oh, I have a buyer. How much is my commission? Mr. Buyer, if you're using your mandate, you have to pay your mandate. I only charge you my travel cost in order for you to assess it properly. And you will be invited by my seller. I will arrive the day before you arrive in order for me to have a meeting with this big organization. You must remember this organization, they have 27K members. They will have a meeting, right? 1 will say yes and 3 will say no. But when I'm there and your contract is ready, prepared and signed, both buyers and seller, I'm going to tell my seller, hey, the buyer is coming. You must remember, this is real buyer. Okay, let us service the buyer in order for the buyer to satisfied with our services. I am a customer service. Those online joker broker, they just float around, cut and paste and fishing around. They will landed into my platform. I said, I don't want to deal chain of joker broker. Instead, we are going to deal directly, Mr. Buyer, to you, and you will get a really good price. Rather than cut and paste and inflate the price because of the commissions of the broker, we don't inflate the price. We don't. Whatever the price, we give you less 8%. And if you satisfied Wilhelmina, I will ask my head office to give you flexible price 10%. How? Of course, you watch this video. Of course, you click below. You will read the full corporate offer. Take time, don't rush. This gold business and diamond business is not for rush business. Take time, read the paragraph by paragraph. So when you send me a letter of intent to purchase coming from you, you have to put that into your company letterhead. There, Wilhelmina, I saw you on your YouTube channel, and I also went to your platform on Facebook. I fully understood. Now, Wilhelmina, please assist me on how to secure 500 kilos, on how to secure your 9 tons, Wilhelmina. Very simple. You need to be transparent. You need to convince me. You have to send me a copy of your business registration, your passport copy, your proof of fund. Don't be scared. No one will steal your money. And your proof of fund would not float around. It stays with us. It stays with Wilhelmina. We will protect your privacy. And your information would not float around to anybody except to my head office. Because I am the gateway. I have been rejected hundreds and hundreds of dodgy buyer and dodgy broker. You must remember, nobody likes me. Those online joker, they're scared of me. Why are you gonna be scared of me? What is the reason? Maybe you are a thief. Maybe you're a criminal. Maybe you are a launderer. Maybe you wanted to cut corner. This is not cutting corner. Remember, Mr. Buyer, you are buying the most expensive commodity on earth. Gold is the most powerful commodity. Gold has many uses. You must remember. You are buying raw materials in order for you to refine it, to make into gold coins, to make into watch, to make into necklace, to make into gold bars 99.99. Now on this video, I put everything. Take time, scroll down. There's a video on how to purify gold. That video is from United Kingdom, the Beard Company. Watch that video properly so that you have an idea. You are a trader, you must remember. Don't make any mistake. There are so many mistakes happening at the moment. Now, Mr. Buyer, do not believe on buyer-seller offering you cheap price. I will put the price today because the price of gold, it fluctuates. Our selling price is LBMA less 8%. Convince Wilhelmina that you are a real buyer, and I will convince my head office that you are a real buyer, that you are serious to purchase gold from us. Now, I know we are on pandemic. Okay? I will travel with you. I'm getting my second dose. I will travel with you in 2 months' time. Okay? So that I can accompany you. Don't rush. Don't be excited. This business is not for excitement. We have diamond and gold. You need to travel to see what you are buying. You bring your gold tester or you bring your diamond tester and then you buy the metal box. Okay? when you buy gold in Mali, the gold stays at Kankamusa. So the contract is already prepared, signed by you and my seller, and countersigned with Wilhelmina, because I am the marketing consultant of the seller in Mali. I am going to take you to Mali. And if you want to go to Sierra Leone, I will take you to Sierra Leone. Don't travel with no invitation. Sierra Leone has a different policy. If you want to buy gold and diamond, you're going to pass through precious mineral trading. Before they called GGO. So the gold will be ASI at the precious mineral trading. It's no longer GGO. It was changed to precious mineral trading. And again, you cannot get gold CIF because the Department of Mines will see where is the receipt of payment bank to bank. It would reflect on the cash inflow. Meaning to say, the cash inflow will show it to the department that the seller is going to export to you, that you have paid the gold. You cannot just pay, oh, I want to buy gold and diamond, CIF cost, insurance, and freight. It wouldn't work. You are going to leverage, you are going to launder. This is not for laundering business. You have the money, you travel, inspect, you pay. If you don't like, don't proceed. Because I am gonna be with you. If you don't like my seller, then I have a backup for you. In Guinea, I have a backup. Now in Guinea, sellers are very rough. You inspect the gold in the office. The gold will be brought to the central bank. And the gold will stay at the central bank. Your payment must be transferred bank to bank. Right? And do not leave the country unless the gold shipped before you leave the country. You need to be with me. Because one time I scolded my seller in Guinea, Conakry, Guinea. Conakry, Guinea, the sellers are called this, excuse my language if the seller is watching me. They're very rough. Their eyes is bigger than a dollar as well. So, you need Wilhelmina so that I could sit down with the seller. Hey, don't muck around with the buyer. Because there are so many buyers who has been mucked around by Conakry, Guinea seller. This time, I wouldn't allow you to travel alone. Why? Because one seller will muck around with you. I can find a backup because I have few sellers in Conakry. I have few sellers in Mali. I have few sellers in Mali and Sierra Leone. Why I do that? I have to make sure that I assist you properly. You're paying my transport, you must remember. You're paying my extra services. That is why we have to meet live video call on conference, either on Zoom or on Skype. Don't be scared. Okay? Do not cut corner, Mr. Buyer. Do not. A minute you cut corner, and this seller as well, they will cut corner. A minute they got the money, they will say, rah, rah, rah. Sellers are also dishonest. I will not mention the name of the seller. When I was in Conakry, I even scolded my seller. That is the reason why I have to explain to you guys. Whether he is my seller or not, be vigilant. I am with the buyer and the seller. You're using my services, right? You're paying my travel cost. You know how much I charge you? We will discuss that. It covers my airfare, it covers my hotel accommodation, phone, and spending money. Take it or leave it, you can have it. But if you cannot afford, meaning to say you don't have the money, and if you don't want to pay my extra service, fine. I will monitor your movement, but if there is an issue, don't blame Wilhelmina. Do not. Because I cannot fix the issue if I'm not around. You know, if I'll get angry, my language is very terrible. Very. I don't care if he is my seller. I am teaching this bloody African seller not to cut corner. I am teaching them. That is why I am telling you, Mr. Buyer, read the full corporate offer paragraph by paragraph. When you're happy, you send an LOI, letter of intent to purchase, coming from you. There, Wilhelmina, I've been watching your video thoroughly. I read the full corporate offer thoroughly. Now, I am ready. Well, send me a copy of your business registration because I want to know who you are. Send me your passport copy and show me proof of fund, the value of your order. Let's say your order is 20, right? The price of gold is $51,000, less 8%, right? On 20 kilos, 51,000 times 20. That is 1 million. Okay, this is the price. Now, sometimes you don't have 1,200,000. When I'm with you, I might ask the seller, okay, this buyer is for long term. You pay 50%. The seller representative will accompany you to be with you in your country. However, you need to guarantee that you will not default the payment. Yeah? Because 20 kilos is already 1,200,000. Let's say 10 kilos times 10. This is the price. Okay? 500,000. Yeah? You pay that bank to bank in order to see the government cash inflow. There is no free in this world, Mr. Buyer. If you are looking for cheap price, then you're waiting for disaster. I am going to put the price today after you watch this video. And I will put this on the full corporate offer, but don't bank on it because the price changes every day. So take action now while the price is down. Take action. Once you confirm that you're going to place an order with L.O.I, I will fix the price. I will ask my seller, let's fix the price. Now, on this full corporate offer, I put the breakdown. The tax is 7.5% valued added tax. Export valued added tax. 1% on the shipping cost on the total sale value. 1% on the shipping cost and insurance on the total sale value in total of 2%. You need to insure the gold. You need it. And you need to pay the shipping cost. And the export documentation is already in front of you. You will receive an AS report in Mali. You will receive the ownership. You will receive the gold is free of illegal activities, meaning to say the gold is not stolen. You will receive custom clearance. You will get area bill and insurance so that when you travel, the gold will not be questioned. It says on this full corporate offer, all question and answer is already in front of you. That is why I put everything, I expanded it. The seller would not tell you this. I'm telling you. One buyer from Egypt, he said, Wilhelmina, I was being offered very cheap. I said, no, it's not true. Because the government would not allow you to take the gold without any payment. And you will never get the export documentation from the seller. So that is the reason why most brokers are scared with Wilhelmina. You don't need to be scared with me. You don't need. I don't inflate the price. I am giving you a very good negotiation because you are using my services as customer service. I know my seller's temperamental. I know. But the seller will bow that, hey, the buyer is traveling 1 million miles away. Let us give the buyer a flexible. Yes? That is the reason I always mention, do not travel without Wilhelmina. Do not. There was a buyer went to Africa, a father and son. He knows me for 6 months. And he was being offered very cheap. And I think he was being offered $38,000. Okay, they wanted to sell the gold in Dubai. And they have a local agent. The local agent has no idea about the government regulation. And their gold was put in the backpack. And this father and son show me that the gold was put in the backpack. When they're ready to leave, there was no such gold in their bag. So the father was almost kill himself, suicidal. This is Sierra Leone. And the father and son have a live video conference with me. They asked me for help. I said, no, I cannot help you. Because you know me for 6 months, but you didn't trust me. I cannot fix it. Another guy from Oman. Madam, I want to pay you $20,000. I want you to solve my problem. I said, no, I'm not interested to receive your $20,000 in order for you to solve the problem in Sierra Leone. And he said, I have gold stranded, and I was asked to produce, where is the cash inflow receipt? I said, yes. The cash inflow means that your payments show that you did pay the gold. And his gold was being questioned in Turkey. And he kept on calling me. I said, no, I'm sorry, I'm not interested. You did not come to me. You only come because you have a problem. Now in Conakry, Mr. Seller, if you're watching me, don't muck around with the buyer. When the buyer pay the gold, you have to give the 5 kilos or 10 kilos. Do not make a drama on the last minute. When the buyer come to the office, whatever his order, you let the buyer inspect the gold, not plate. There are so many sellers asking my services. That is the reason why I always say to the seller in Conakry, do not play games with the buyer, because the buyer will contact Wilhelmina. So Wilhelmina, I have an issue. Mr. Seller, if you're watching me, deliver the gold. When the buyer paid, you give the gold, the 5 kilos, 10 kilos, 20 kilos. And you must remember, I've given you a warning, all seller. I will mention your name. I will. I am giving you a warning that do not play games with the international buyer. You want a business? You do your business properly. You receive the money already. Why you cannot deliver the gold? I fired sellers in Ghana. I handled 7 sellers way back 2011 and 13 and 14. I fired them all. Because most of you guys, sellers in Africa, are devious. Don't be devious if you want a proper business. Don't. If you want to continue that the buyer will come back, do your job. When the buyer pay the gold, give the gold whatever the buyer pay the gold. Do not give the buyer 1 kilo in the airport. It's not that business like that. Right, Mr. Seller, if you're watching me, do not play games. I'm sick and tired playing games. Yeah, whoever you are, whether you're in Mali, Sierra Leone, or Conakry. Mr. Seller, you want the business, right? You want my services as well, is that correct? So if you want to sell your production, do your job. Because the buyer will come back when the buyer is happy. If the buyer is not happy, the buyer will not come back. That is the reason I always says on my video, spend money to make money. Do not travel without Wilhelmina, because I cannot sort it out without me presence on the ground. Because I'm going to tell the seller, hey, don't do that. And do not leave the country without export documentation in your hand. Do not leave the country if the seller cannot give you the ASA report, the attestation, the ownership, the custom clearance, the airway bill, insurance. Do not leave. Say, okay, I will not leave because I already paid my gold. Where is the export documentation? If the seller say, oh, we will send it to you when you arrive. No, don't do that. Because a minute that you leave the country of origin, they will make an alibi. Oh, yeah. They got the money already. So I'm explaining to you, Mr. Buyer, where you're going to find a broker explaining direct to the point. So most of the broker doesn't like Wilhelmina, even the buyer. Well, Mr. Buyer, this is for your own benefit, not for me. Yeah, I am here to assist you. And also the seller. You have to pay my services. Yeah, I am not free. Do you think because you saw me on my YouTube channel and you saw my platform, do you think I'm giving you for free? Will I travel with you? I don't think so. My platform is already worth $1 million for you. You read it. You read. You are a winner. Watching me at the same time. Who is going to explain to you like this? Even the seller would not explain to you like this. Even the consultant of the buyer would not explain to you like this. You're lucky to meet me live video on my YouTube channel and on my platform on Facebook. I don't care if you don't like Wilhelmina. I am not here to make friends with you guys. I am here to do business. My services is very important. Yes? Most of the broker, they come to Wilhelmina. Wilhelmina, how much is my commission? Sign in CND. I'm not interested. I'm not. There is no commission to be given to a chain of joker broker. We will give the buyer, direct to the point, a discount. Because the buyer will make a profit, not the broker. They're sitting down in their ass, traveling around Wilhelmina. I have the buyer. How much is my commission? No. You read. You charge your buyer. Yeah? Because your buyer is using you to outsource supply. My platform is very unique. I'm very straightforward. I'm very strict. If you cannot meet the criteria, to me, you are not a buyer. Mr. Buyer, I wish you good luck. Don't be scared with Wilhelmina. Don't. Be thankful that you meet Wilhelmina and be thankful you will get the gold. But remember, he who has the gold makes the rules. The government is making the rules. You follow the rules and do not deceive yourself. Mr. Seller, if you're watching me, do not deceive the buyers. Do not deceive international buyer. Do not. And Mr. Buyer, do not deceive yourself either. Yeah? Because if I'm accompanying you, if I get angry, my blood pressure goes up and I'm very, very strict and my language is foul language. When I talk to my seller, believe me, I swear, I don't care if he is my seller. I don't care. Because I am teaching this African seller, the villagers. I am guiding them. Hey, Mr. Seller, you hired Wilhelmina, right? And you want to export, right? An international buyer would not trust you. They're scared of you. So, let's sit down on the table. When the buyer comes, let's sit down on the table, double check the contract. Most of the African, sometimes they violated the contract. So I'm going to print out the contract. I will read the contract in front of the seller. And I'm going to advise the buyer, don't proceed. Let's go to another seller. This is my terms and condition with the seller. Mr. Seller, I'm not going to mention your name. I don't care if you are my seller. I don't give a shit. Excuse me. I am here to educate you, Mr. Seller. You have the products. You have gold and diamond. But don't cut corner. The world needs your supply. But you're trying to cut corner because your eyes is bigger than $1. Yes. Conakry, Mali, Sierra Leone, Ghana, Tanzania, don't cut corner. Don't. Follow your government rules, and you need to allow the buyer to see the asset report, especially if you're going to Conakry, Guinea. Some seller doesn't want to bring you to the central bank. Okay? Do not pay the seller when you inspect the gold in the office, and if the seller would say you have to pay the product, yeah, you have to pay the products. You make a down payment commitment. And then you're going to say, I want to see the gold at the central bank to test. If the seller cannot allow you, don't proceed. Don't transfer the payment bank to bank. Do not. So in the office, we will discuss that. We will. Because some of the sellers say, oh, you pay the money. We want the money. Yes, you need the money. Yes. But the buyer travel 1 million miles away, and you don't allow the buyer to come to the central bank to witness the ASI, Mr. Buyer, I would be with you and I will advise you, don't proceed. Yes. Other seller in Conakry, they will allow you to witness ASI at the central bank because the gold stays at the central bank. If you back out, the gold cannot be taken back to their vault. That is why they're asking your down payment. Sometimes my seller asks you 20% down payment commitment, or 10%, or 40%. I have few sellers in Conakry. Some seller wanted 40%. Some sellers say, okay, we allow you 15%, and the balance has to be transferred after you make a commitment in order to show to the central bank to apply for export. So I think I already explained it to you. Mali and Sierra Leone, exactly the same. Thank you very much. Have a pleasant good evening. In your end, it's morning. In Africa, it's midday. Thank you very much. Have a pleasant good evening here from Brisbane, Australia. I am the extension of the seller, but I'm very, very strict. Very strict. That is why I put my face on live video on YouTube channel in order for the buyer to feel comfortable, Mr. Seller. Alright, thank you very much. Have a pleasant good evening once again. Enjoy reading, enjoy watching the video. Take time, read it, digest it, then you come back when you're ready.